Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. Uh, is there a built-in screenshot system in here? Um, is there a screenshot button? Is there a photo mode? Is there a game mode? A photo mode? There's just like a whole article on Twitter about it. There is no photo mode in the game. Do I have... Not on this hard drive. Okay. Been a long time a long time since I've done this. So I can use F10. And take any picture. Oh, that's it's taking a blank screen. Okay. Okay, well, it is showing something. It is recognizing the game. Huh. It says Indiana Win 64 shipping. Rather than okay. Well, Peril on Gorgon is recommended for players level 25 or higher, while Morgan on Eridanos is recommended for players level 30 or higher. Wow. Why don't you just frickin' make it so that the questions is available to you at the recommended level for it? It's not that difficult. I don't know, like, it just... Everything is very high, which is great. I don't really want, I guess maybe we'll start the actual, like, gameplay. Here we go. Okay. I guess we'll set the difficulty, okay. So, FYI, I've only played this game maybe around to the first mission. Or so. Well, there's a kitty who will be in and out on my map, probably. Oh, I don't know what to do about that, because you can't actually see her, so... I can only... I'm playing... She's on me. There's a cat on me, and it's very distracting. When I'm trying to just roleplay and immerse myself in this game and embody a character who does not have a cat on their lap. It is incredibly difficult. So, I'm going to have to hope that I can actually, get a screen cap of the character at some point so I can make a proper title card. But that's neither here nor there. So this is gonna be a kind of a blind roleplay, which is actually, yeah, that's kind of new. Like, I've attempted it a little bit. Like, I tried doing, like, I guess I tried doing, like, the Elder Scrolls Online for a little bit. And that just didn't feel very conducive. Same thing for, like, Forgotten City. Didn't feel very conducive. But this is like an actual, like, RPG, like a proper single player RPG, so it might work better. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll also have to see, like, what kind of a person Whimsy is going to be within the context of this world. And she is designed originally for, you know, fantasy role-playing rather than science fiction role-playing. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. We have normal. Story. I believe we have the ability to change it. Ellie, could you please... You're not sounding very comfortable and pleased here. Like, I love having you on my lap, but when you're getting kind of... You're in a very iffy mood right now. I definitely don't want to have my roleplay session interrupted by your... You're just very... You're cute when you're angry, but I like you seem like you're being lovey, but then you start biting me, and I don't like that. Come on, get down. No, you can go play with your toys. I. Why do you always have to be like this when I frickin' start streaming? We usually just have subtitles. We'll leave it at the default size. I'm not even sure why I have subtitles on.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Okay.
You've got a once-in-a-generation mind.
I think it's gonna be pretty much. We have 3 more points remaining. Um. Her science skill is affected by charm? Really? And hacking for some reason.
Some people are rough around the edges. You're serrated.
Keep her below average charm. Her ability to lie, which We can only go below average. I mean, technically, she's charming in her own way. At least I find her charming, but she's an acquired taste. We'll leave her average.
Some people are rough around the edges. You're serrated.
Because I mean, there's probably a distinction between charm and charisma. I probably would say that she's not very charismatic, but she is charming in the right situation. I don't know.
You're also average.
I guess we're just gonna have like 3 points to intelligence, and then everything that we particularly care about is gonna have 1 point.
Your skills
Definitely
won't
tech.
be wasted in a corporate lab.
Tech definitely. If we're going anything like her, her Skyrim self, she would have stealth. Good. I kind of want her to be good in let's see here. She definitely should have engineering, I imagine. Granted, I think hack should probably be under 10, but okay, here's what engineering does. The engineering skill reduces the armor parts and weapon parts you need to repair your equipment. Okay? Sure. The science skill increases damage of plasma and shock damage weapons. Like, are we talking about lasers? Because I mean, it'd be cool for lasers. I kind of like having ranged, but just to have, because I imagine a lot of us are going to be using our guns. I wish we could invest in 3 of these rather than just 2. Automechanical.
You had a hand in everyone's pocket.
Yeah, aptitude. Scientist assistant. Okay, that's one. Beverage service technician. Elevator operations specialist. That gives us a bonus to engineering. Structured electrician class wire spooler. I'm not sure that actually means anything.
Your career was on the rise.
Your career was on the rise.
Well, you are technically assisting me.
Okay, what does science do again? Okay, that's war weapon stuff, so... Here's gonna be the, We can't make her a cat person! Can we do any, like... Oh yeah, we can... Huh. No pigtails. Denied. And like most of the hair colors are like really it's probably the closest. It's 21. It seems like the brightest we can make it. And it's like darker here. The closest thing we can make your cat lady is to give her face fur. Um, cycle back a little bit. That is 21 again, okay. Let's go 21. Mm. It was. Hmm. Not sure what skill this. Wish we had this like actual like But we don't have like the ability to really change the. Ellie, please. I'm not sure if I need your energy right now. Ellie. Wanna know how I got these scars? Come on, be good. Please, just be good. You don't look like you can be good right now. I'm sorry. I just not getting good vibes from you. You're not giving up, are you? Oh, a big neck scar. Ellie, you're biting me. What have I told you about biting? Ellie. I don't care for the sounds you're making. They're very cute, but they're very promoting too. I don't want the help you want from me. Oh, the mic is. I still don't know the mic picks up the noises my cat is making, but it's not. They're just. She doesn't seem very pleased with me. Please, just. Would you please just leave me alone for a couple hours, okay? I'm gonna try and get some more toys out here. Looks like she needs to be entertaining. You can bring them out to my bedroom. Why can't you bring them out to the living room? Here. Go amuse yourself. Please. Okay. I figured she had a cat at one point. Dang it, I can't. Next. Customize your character, don't be shy. Can I like zoom in or zoom out or anything? Well, we'll see if this took. We go ahead and. Fortunately, this is a game where we can. I don't think it took. Yeah, it's just giving a black screen. Just complete blackness. So apparently Fraps is not compatible with this. That's worrying. Hey, maybe that actually did. Apparently pressing Windows and holding Windows and doing print screen supposedly saves a screenshot to my screenshot folder, but I don't see one. Okay. There we go. There's an actual screenshots folder. Cool. So that problem is officially solved. We are good with long guns. That might be our best gun ability. Sure.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably
knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take.
Huh?
Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but
thanks.
I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Okay. Ah!
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also
Okay.
outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Ah! 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 Ah!
You landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Okay.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Hey, little guy. too friendly. That's very long way down. Ah.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
That's even longer way down. Look at anywhere. Ah! Ow! 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 Hello? Excuse me?
Hey, you, come here.
Yes?
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Still, I can patch you up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
What happened to you?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Excuse me. What's this about marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
No, these are things that Whimsy would want to do. I got a better idea. Give me your gun and I'll get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
You know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
I'm off. Oh, I need to clear that.
What
Bye.
happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Also, do I have a... Yeah, weapon safety training, weapon management. Has 4 weapons equipped at one time. Navigating to the weapon and selecting the weapon slot at the top of the screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. Of course, the engineering skill can repair weapons on the screen as well. You can retail the weapons and take care of your enemies. This probably should be good enough for the pixelated look we tend to go for. Um, Hibernation complication detected. Due to complications stemming from being revived after extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. The tactical time dilation (TTD) button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. Limited time in this mode, standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving attacks drain it faster. Marauders. Ah! Optic skill helps you get in, help you get into places you're not meant to be. Mag effects are used to break open locks, and bypass chunks are used to break computer encryptions. Your skill is high enough to break the security. You'll see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used to speed up the process. Um, okay, that just heals us. That's jumping. I take it we don't have like the necessary Ah! Forget you. Wow. This is the idle camera. Okay. I think the only way to get a third person perspective. It appears so. Let me see here. Settings. Where's the ghost story? Oh, I have backpacks right here. Okay. Ah. Ah. Huh. The heck? Okay. Ah. All right then. That's a strange rock there. Ah. Friendlies?
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
I found one of your teammates pulled up in the cave.
Really? How is he?
I'll make it. I helped with the pain.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater. Just as soon as I cross these marauders off.
A good thing I'm not a physician.
Fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Spacer's backed out from a challenge.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Sure. Oh, good work, guys. Sorry.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Please be
Hello?
informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm not here to misappropriate anything.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Prepare to reject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but your captain's a red spear under my escape pod.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Okay, but I'm not Hawthorne. Hawthorne's dead.
I understand. You are speaking metaphorically. You wandered outside this ship and experienced a permanent, life-changing encounter. The old you is dead. Welcome back, Captain Hawthorne. I extend felicitations and congratulations on your life-changing experience.
I. You don't understand. My name is Whimsy.
I understand. You are going undercover with an alias. I will update my discretion protocol accordingly. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Doubt upon a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Why do I have a feeling that I'm not the first or second, Alex Hawthorne? And you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending skill point on the care skill, melee, a core skill, excuse me, improves all your specialized skills in that group to up to maximum of 50. After 50, you add points directly to your specialized skills up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read your skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and status effects. Contemporary blades roll your skills. This helps or hurts skill checks and skills passive bonuses, but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. We're diligently improve yourself, and you too can achieve middle management. Okay. So it's improved my range in general. Um, sure. Huh? Okay, selecting perks. Welcome to perk selection. On the screen, you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk to spend every 2 levels. You also acquire perk points for gameplay, such as accepting a flaw. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of perks available to you. Auntie wants you to be your best to help her be the very best. 50% base health. Nice open magazine size. That might actually be good for the way I play. Faster, well encumbered. Oh, hey, Ellie. You're gonna lay it down behind me? Okay. That's a good place to be. On the couch behind me, technically, but still.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I'll be
Goodbye.
back.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown. These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me. The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed. These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Alright. What did I just tell you, Ellie? About laying on the couch behind me.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Uh, no, not really.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Not sure to think about having, like, durability be part of this. Insufficient fits.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
We got to patch with your friend.
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Take care. I got all of them. Whoa! Did I? Did I do that? How did I do that? Like I'm on a moon, maybe? Huh.
Whoa, hey, you come from?
The volcano. Really? Huh.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
He must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let me guess, you want me to do something for you before you help me?
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean exactly?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Well, there's some people. What a surprise, I never would have guessed.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
I recognize Adelaide.
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Let's temper a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going then. Well, that's interesting. They increase their carrying capacity. Let's get... Oh, the companions! Huh.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk?
Sure.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
I didn't exactly strike me as... Let's see. He didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
You know this Adelaide Reed mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Kelly made it that. Why were they arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
I can't believe me for wanting to leave. This town seems to have some issues.
Life's hard here. especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Temple Lab, okay.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But Bonnie wanted me to talk to you about what Rita asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
I cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Well, it depends on how well the leaders can provide beyond these walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls.
My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
All right. Why would you be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I'd like to know more about this book before I agree to this.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for it.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here. Any progress on that matter we discussed?
I haven't found the book yet.
Please get it.
Something I want to ask
What would you like to discuss?
That's her.
Something you need?
Course in that direction. Why would the quest marker be pointing me in?
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out.
Incoming!
Okay. Yeah. I don't really know if it's, I might have to start speaking out of character a little bit, because fast-paced FPS gameplay, I'm not quite sure if it's as conducive to role-playing as, also, the problem with playing is well, the problem I foresaw from the beginning, to be honest, is playing as a sciencey type of character is difficult. I've heard this game about compared to Fallout, and that's kind of, because like early on, it seems like it just, and for most of the game, really, in Fallout 3 anyway, and probably New Vegas as well. I played both, but it's been a while. I think I played Fallout 3 a little more than New Vegas. But anyway, I'm gonna have to turn in like about 14 minutes from now. But anyway, you know, the weapons that you use for the, you know, the science skill for. Item repair. Also not sure to think about repair mechanics. I also need a workbench to repair them, which is oh, engineering skill can repair the gear pilot work need a workbench, which is good. Software condition is 100%. Condition of business 5%. It is considered long guns, which I might. That didn't do anything.
Heading back.
Hmm.
Sure.
Okay, that's
Okay. Yep, be right over.
okay, that switched weapons. Let's see how well the Marauders react to a shotgun in the face. Oh, well.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I'd like some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm looking for a geoformal plant. Know anything about it?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find her?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Give me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Don't worry, but I'll do my best to find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
You think you can tell me about her?
I'll tell you what I can.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Think the Marauders took her away?
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I could tell.
Can't you put me somewhere specific, not just out there?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
Sure.
What is it?
I'll leave you be. You Adelaide?
Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You Adelaide?
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Is your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you made a home for yourself out
A
here.
home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why'd you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Living a part of this is like weird. Like, how willing did he say he was to make amends? This isn't entirely honest. Like, Whimsy would be like kind of. Living on power that belongs to the town. Come back to the. That's about it.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
He asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned the geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Camp has a power regulator. I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
A hero to you, maybe.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
I say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
How much like you putting that in her face to get me on your side?
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Yes, you have a point.
So, what do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
It might be the closest thing we have to a compromise.
Where are we headed?
Mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
How's that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
That normal?
Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. You mean about the mission being too clean?
It's supposed to be clean. It's a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
We see machines that need fixing.
Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
Well, let's get back to it.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Armor management. Armor 9. Armor 4. I'm not gonna see ourselves that often, but the other thing I wanted to look at was we actually need to call it a night, I guess. That's like refreshingly fast compared to. Okay, I think we can. Maybe not. There we go. We can alt tab. Or we can't alt tab. There we go. So you have some game music on the ambiance on the outro screen. Anyway, there's a bunch of things you can do. It'll take a few seconds of your time as well as other things that are a bit more involved, including a Patreon if you're feeling generous, or a YouTube channel if you're on Twitch and want to see VODs, the complete VOD library from over 5 years. From just over 6 years, actually, at this point, of live streams, including Skyrim and most recently Skyrim and Stardew Valley. But in any case, all of that is entirely up to you. And as always, I thank you very much for watching, and until next time, sign